And a very pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ives Lamel Family Field on the campus of Brevard College. Glad you're able to join us for this edition of Brevard College men's soccer as the Tornadoes host the Eagles of Asbury University. Made the trip down from the Lexington, Kentucky area and are here to face the Tornadoes on what's a really pretty day weather-wise, 63 degrees, mostly sunny. Little bit of wind picking up from time to time, and certainly our thoughts are with those who may be impacted by Hurricane Ian. We're making some preparations up this way by the time it gets up here to the mountains. In fact, our football game scheduled originally for Saturday, 2 p.m. versus Greensboro. Now a 7:30 p.m. start here at Ives Lamel Family Field. But anybody who might be tuning in impacted by that storm, we hope you are able to stay safe and healthy, and we're sending prayers your direction. Well, it should be a good matchup between the Tornadoes and the Eagles. Tornadoes, red hot as of late. 4 straight wins dating back to September the 10th, and outscoring their opponents 9-2 over that stretch, including 3 shutouts, back-to-back shutouts these last 2 games. Wins over Bob Jones, Warren Wilson, and Center on the road. And then a big win 1 week ago today over Berea, 3-0 right here at Ives Lamel Family Field. Ryan Lynch has gotten it done offensively, back-to-back USA South Conference honors as Player of the Week. And the Tornadoes starting to click on all cylinders at the time of the year where you want to start peaking, because conference play starts beginning this weekend. Currently scheduled for Saturday, October 1st at Southern Virginia. That game is also being discussed to be altered in terms of day and time due to potential effects from Hurricane Ian. So stay tuned to BC Tornadoes on social media and bctornadoes.com on the web for all that information. Well, we'll take a look now at the Tornadoes starting lineup. Goalkeepers Mateos Rossi. Brady Tesh gets a start as well. Sam O'Callaghan, the celebrated junior from Wicklow, Ireland. Rodrigo Garcia, Rocco Barbone. Philippe Tukoff gets the start as well, as does Tom DeSage. Igor Da Silva, Luis Dos Santos, and the aforementioned Ryan Lynch. Tornadoes under the direction of El Dana, assisted by Mario Pinto and Mateos Santos. Asbury will start the following: Colin McKibben, Oliver Gunthorpe. McKibben, by the way, is the goalkeeper. Nick Clark, Brian Ortiz, Alexis Petitam, Nick Eller, Sammy Abraham, Micah Schneider, Daniel Shelton, Austin Dunlap, and John Gordon round out the starters for Asbury, who's under the direction of head coach Ben Andrews. So stick with us, Tornadoes and Eagles. We're about 9 minutes, 25 seconds away from pregame introductions, and we'll get this one started at Ives Lamel Family Field. Glad you're able to join us, Brevard College men's soccer.
Philip Chilkov, Porteiro, Portugal. Go Nados!
Dylan Cox, Milton Keynes, England. Rocco Barbone, Treviso, Italy.
Hayden Miller, Peterborough, New Hampshire.
Lars Houtfried, Arnhem, Holland. Kom op Tornadoes.
Brady Tesh, Auburn, Washington.
Tom Dussour, Saint-Jean-de-Renance, en France.
Daniel Ribeiro, São Paulo, Brazil.
Omer Chapak, Ramat Gan, Israel.
Kevin Wright, Fort Mill, South Carolina.
Sam O'Callaghan, Wicklow, Ireland. Go Tornadoes.
Agustino Neto, Montevideo, Uruguay.
Vamos Tornados. Luiz dos Santos, de Americana, São Paulo, Brasil.
Carlos de Oliveira, Fortaleza, Brasil.
Brian Lynch, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Matheus Rossi, Vitória, Brasil.
Marcos Silva, Manaus, Brasil. Cauê dos Santos, Americana, Brasil. Vamos, Tornedos.
Nathan Lima, Rio, Brasil.
Francesco Bonometti, Brescia, Italia.
Turkerschuik, Nederland. Kom Tornado's.
John Morgan, Northumberland, England.
Big McDonald, Falcon Scotland. Tornedos.
Miles Schaefer, Greenville, South Carolina.
Christian Ramsey, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Noah Martin, Shelby, North Carolina. Let's go Natives.
Rodrigo Garcia, Jundiaí, Brasil.
Tristan Wallace, Newburgh, North Carolina.
Igor da Silva, Americana, São Paulo.
Giuseppe Real, Agudos, Brasil.
João Pedro Ribeiro de Souza, Caçapava, Brasil.
Justin Rivet, Montréal, Canada.
Paul Bienefeld, Mainz, Deutschland. Auf geht's, Tornados.
Facundo Sunari, Solimar, Uruguay.
Jesus Alberto Martinez, Hendersonville, North Carolina.
Esteban Berto, Americana, Brasil. Vamos Tornadoes!
I've taken jumps in my academic career, and I've taken jumps in just socializing and getting out and getting to do things I've never done before.
The thing that brought me to Brevard is the experiential learning. I've always been a hands-on guy.
I love it here at Brevard. Over Christmas break, I was itching to come back because I love the area so much.
Experiential learning here is beyond all of my expectations.
Brevard College, a top choice for students around the world.
probably one of the prettiest places on the earth. And to come to somewhere where it's such a tight-knit community, where everybody has your back, I mean, you're not going to find that anywhere else at bigger schools.
I like to go hang out at the coffee shop, sit outside at the picnic tables, maybe do a little bit of homework there, and just socialize because there's always somebody that I know there.
Brevard does make it easy to come here. The admission process is very simple.
Brevard College, a top choice for students around the world.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, moments away from the start of Brevard College versus Asbury non-conference action here at Eyes Lamel Family Field. So it looks like one starting lineup change for Asbury. Just want to make sure we have this correct. We'll still get some confirmation here on the Eagles roster. So moments away of getting started here, Tornadoes and Eagles. Tornadoes ready to keep these winning ways going. Micah Schneider wearing number 12, so there's your clarification on the Eagles roster. But Tornadoes gearing up to get started here. The Eagles will start with the ball. They play it back conservatively to get this one started. Just underway here, Tornadoes and Eagles on a glorious fall afternoon, 60 degrees or so. Got a little chilly overnight here in the mountains as the Eagles work the ball around far side. Pressure there from Ryan Lynch. Lynch, of course, USA South Conference Player of the Week last 2 weeks. Here's O'Callahan, the trusty captain. He plays it forward, was looking for Lynch. Meanwhile, Asbury resetting from their back end. Just 1 minute has elapsed here. Eyes Lamel Family Field. Glad you're able to join us. Early start time. 4 p.m. Eastern, actually technically a 3:59 p.m. Eastern time start. The drum line in the house creating some samba-type rhythms to get the Tornado faithful up off their feet. Meanwhile, back and forth we go. Neither team really able to get a lot of possession going thus far. Here's Barbone for the Tornadoes defensively. He plays it back to Rossi, goalkeeper for the Tornadoes, head to toe in that fluorescent yellowish green. And now switching fields nicely are the Tornadoes, but good pressure by Asbury. Ball bounces out of bounds. It'll be throw in for the Tornadoes. Tornadoes play it back, then nice job using the field there by Barbone. Here's Callahan. He plays it back to Dasuga. Felipe Tukov plays it back to Barbone. 2.5 minutes have elapsed here. No score, no shots, either team yet. Both teams sort of feeling themselves out and trying to get some possession going. This is actually one of the longer ones thus far. As playing it forward there is Dasuge, and taken away by the Eagles. Here come the Eagles trying to have a counterattack. They tried a quick little heel pass there by Austin Dunlap, sophomore from Deltona, Florida. O'Callahan was making an overlapping run there. And meanwhile, the rhythms continue. And you can See the Tornadoes trying to get some rhythm in their offense, but it's taken away there by the Eagles. Most of this game being played in the middle portion of the field, and neither team creating an offensive threat as of yet to be spoken for. As O'Callahan plays that forward, Garcia now up ahead and headed back to his keeper. Nice job there. Good awareness by Brian Ortiz, the junior from Jacksonville, Florida, for the Eagles. Eagles, by the way, a 2-3-3 record. That's right, 3 ties already in this young season for the Eagles. Tornadoes 4-3, a 4-game winning streak after dropping their first 3 contests of the season. Statistically, the first shot credited for either team, that was Daniel Shelton. It was blocked by a Tornado defender. And now Asbury trying to set things up. That was Abraham. And Dunlap for the Eagles, but taken away by the Tornadoes defensively. Then a long ball played up the right side. And offsides the call. That was a tough offsides call. It's kind of tough as both defender and attacker were on the move. And it seemed to me like the defender was further down the field than the attacker at the entire time. But linesperson had different ideas. His call stands, of course, and back we go. Over 5 minutes and 20 seconds have elapsed here. Still scoreless, Tornadoes and Eagles. Non-conference action here in Division III of the NCAA. USA South Conference action for the Tornadoes begins this weekend at Southern Virginia. Still not completely sure when that game will be played. It's currently scheduled for Saturday at 3 p.m. Well, first goal kick of the game for either team. And Rossi will play it short. 6 minutes and counting. As neither team has threatened with any significant scoring opportunities as of yet. This will be easily collected by Dasuga. Dasuga, the sophomore from St. George, France. Once again, in a really incredible number of different nations represented on this year's Tornadoes squad. So there's a battle on the far side there. Barbone was there defensively. A nice job playing it off the Asbury striker. Goal kick Tornadoes. Canada, Brazil, Ireland, Uruguay, Italy, Netherlands, Israel, Portugal, France, Scotland, England, in Germany, and of course, the US of A, all represented here on this Tornado roster. 37-37 to play here, half number 1. These two teams continue to try to get some offense going. Both sides coming up against some tough defense, and a lot of the game being played in this middle third of the field. Throw in here for Nick Clark. Barbone from the sweeper spot plays that forward. Now a battle. Rodrigo Garcia, but it was taken away by Petiton. Now here come the Eagles. Barbone there defensively, no whistle. But well done. Sometimes brute force, other times craftiness. There's a lot of ways to get it done there as a defender, and Barbone, one of the best in the business. 36-27 to play here, half number one. Next home game for the Tornadoes, if you want to come on out here at Islamel Family Field, 1 week from tonight, 7 p.m., Wednesday, under the lights versus Johnson and Wales. Meanwhile, Rossi blasts that away, and the Eagles starting to flex their muscle offensively just a bit. Barbone plays that out of bounds. Now a scramble for the ball on the far side, a whistle, and that's going to be a foul on Asbury, it looks like. So a free kick for the Tornadoes. We haven't seen too many fouls thus far. Clean game between these two non-conference squads. Asbury, via bus, the trip took about 5.5 hours from the Lexington, Kentucky vicinity. DeSuge trying to play it forward, and another whistle, another foul on the Eagles. Looked like that was Daniel Shelton, a little too aggressive there. And a free kick here, it'll be O'Callahan. See what direction he decides to go in. And plays it to Da Silva. Da Silva tried to one-touch it over to Garcia, taken away by the Eagles. And then a foul on the Tornadoes, and we have an Eagle down on the turf. And getting up now is Dunlap. So it'll be a free kick for the Eagles, their first of the contest. It's John Gordon, the freshman from Richmond, Kentucky. Not where he wanted to go there because the Tornadoes almost turned that into a quick counterattack. But meanwhile, here come the Eagles the other way. Pressure from the Tornadoes up front. Lynch, along with Dos Santos, were making things uncomfortable for the Eagles. But now the Eagles with a counterattack of their own. But collected there. O'Callahan was there on the case. And then Rossi able to collect it from that goalkeeper position. Another whistle there and reset here. And a little bit of conversation from the head referee, and it'll be another free kick for the Tornadoes. The Tornadoes have had several free kicks. They've all occurred right around midfield, so not much opportunity for a real offensive attack directly from the set piece situation, but the Tornadoes and Eagles both have had some opportunities here, but neither have really been able to maintain possession for long, and certainly neither has been able to create any significant scoring threats. Offside's the call there, so it'll be a opportunity for the Tornadoes. Here come the Tornadoes on the attack. Long ball, far post to Lynch. Lynch then tried to set up Garcia. Garcia had a moment there where he could have had a big opportunity. Meanwhile, back the other way, Lynch is going to be caught offsides. That was unlike the other offsides we saw. This was a no-doubter. Lynch well behind that last defender. So about 15 minutes have elapsed now and still scoreless. In fact, only one shot. That was by the Eagles. It was blocked, so we haven't seen a shot on goal yet. We've seen offsides. We've seen fouls. Well, more than anything, we've seen the ball in the middle of this playing field with neither team able to get much going. And looks like another offsides call. .29:45 now to play in this scoreless affair. Non-conference action. Tornadoes trying to keep a 4-game win streak rolling. And a foul there on the Tornadoes. So after we had mentioned the first 10 minutes or so, not much in the form of whistles. Seems like we're getting one every 30 seconds or so now, whether it be an offsides or a foul call. So it's created kind of a disjointed game thus far. We'll see which team is able to kind of get some control going, but then moreover get a scoring threat going. And Sam O'Callahan now setting up De Silva. De Silva, nice move there. The two captains working together. Now here's Garcia, but taken away momentarily by Asbury. Garcia trying to play it through to Lynch. Then a slide tackle by the defender of the Eagles. That was Nick Clark. And that'll create a corner kick opportunity for the NATOs. So another foul there on the Tornadoes. "17 minutes have elapsed here. Scoreless game. Just one shot by either team. That was by Asbury. It didn't even get by a Tornado defender. It was blocked. So both teams trying to get something going offensively. We've seen a number of foul calls. None of the real flagrant variety. We've seen a number of offsides. And more than anything, we've seen both these teams trying to get some possession going, but have been having trouble doing exactly that, as you know, the midfield defense, also the defense by the attackers, kind of making things difficult on either team to get a possession going. And once again, turned over again. Here's the Tornadoes now with a chance. De Silva plays it forward. Lynch tries a quick turn. There were 3 Eagles defenders. Now the clock stops with an injured player on the field. We'll take it with them. 27:07, quick break here at Islamel Family Field. So with 18 minutes elapsed here, Eagles versus Tornadoes, we're going to hand it over to one of the voices of Brevard College soccer, Adam Spencer, BC alum, and as threat there, and that's played out of bounds by Barbone. So we'll hand it over to Adam for the rest of the way. Thanks for joining us, Eagles and Tornadoes men's soccer. No subs out of him yet.
Eagles looking to build out of the back here. Ball played up the line for Eller. Eller with a good cross in, headed out by Brady. And Dos Santos only to the feet of Dunlap. Dunlap with the shot. Blocked by the Tornadoes, who will concede a corner kick here in the first half.
First corner kick. And one on this side. Yeah, so one corner kick piece. First by Asbury.
This will be the Eagles' first corner kick of the game. Played short. Ball circulated to Abraham. Abraham clips it up. And that'll be offsides called, but claimed also by Rossi. Advantage played. Clark, first one to it. Intercepted by De Silva. Somehow a free kick called against the Tornadoes. Schneider stepping up to take this one. Whips in a cross. Great ball played in. Somehow not finished by any Eagle. And now Tech running down the line for the Tornadoes. Tukov. Big switch play to Lynch. First time ball intended for Dos Santos, but intercepted by the Eagles. O'Callahan overlapping. O'Callahan plays the cross in for Dos Santos. Narrowly goes in. Great defense by the Eagles there to deny a clear goal scoring opportunity. O'Callahan with 10 assists, 10 career assists, tied for the program's history. Looking to break the tie with Estevan Berto with that cross in. Shelton out wide to Clark. Clark with open space. Chooses to play it back to Shelton. Now Abraham dispossessed by O'Callahan and fouled in transition. That'll be potentially a yellow card for the Eagle. And it will be. O'Callahan plays it short to Lynch. Lynch with the first time cross in. And shot off by Da Silva. Top right corner off the volley. Goal for the Tornadoes. What a strike. And it only took 23 minutes to open the score in here. The junior from Americana, Brazil, opens the score in here. Only took 3 shots for the Tornadoes. Garcia with a great tackle. Tukov is brought down. Tesh. Dangerous ball being played here. 2 Tornadoes crowding. That'll be cleared out for a throw-in. If you're just now joining us, you just missed a fantastic goal by Igor Da Silva. With his weak foot, he actually was able to get a good connection off the volley. And if you haven't seen it, check out this replay. Desug being pressured. Plays it up to Garcia, unable to take it down. But the goal scorer intercepts it for the Tornadoes. They'll be right back into an attack. Lynch wanted it at his feet, but a little miscommunication there, and that'll be claimed by Eagles goalkeeper. Oliveira just rolls it out wide. Tornadoes playing a low-pressure system here. And now closing down on it. Tukov brought down. Clock will be stopped there. Yellow card issued to number 15 for the Eagles, Daniel Shelton. And now the senior from Wicklow, Ireland, Sam O'Callahan, will stand over this free kick. Ball played in. Finds the head of Barbone, unable to point it towards goal. And now Dunlap trying to counter. Pass was intended for Eller, but Eller seemed to have been in an offside position. Tesh. Back to Rossi. Tornadoes now circulating the ball with Barbone. O'Callahan plays it back to Desug. Big switch here to Kawe Dos Santos. That is the 3rd goal of the season for Da Silva there. Off the left-footed volley. Ball played into the feet of Garcia now. O'Callahan. O'Callahan plays it long and wide for Lynch. Lynch able to keep this one in. That'll be played out for Tornadoes throw-in. Good passing shown by the Eagles here. Staying calm, cool, and collected as they try to build out of the bat. Clark. Back to Gordon. And back with Gordon. And good pressure by the Tornadoes. Now Garcia plays it along the ground to Lynch. Lynch back to Tesh. Cleared up towards O'Callahan. Brings it down very nicely. Tries to play in the cross. And Shelton will clear that out, and that'll be a Tornadoes throw-in. 18 minutes remain in the first half. Tornadoes lead 1-0, and we'll see the first substitutions of the day.
Entering the match for Tornadoes, number 5, Facundo Sunhari. Number 7, João de Souza.
7-4. And Facundo Sunhari checking in for the Tornadoes, as well as number 7, João de Souza. Be yet another throw-in for the Tornadoes. Barbone being pressured. Headed out wide to Tesh. Good play by the Tornadoes there. And a great tackle put in by Ortiz. And the quick throw-in now. Trying to get a little too fancy on that wing. Affords a throw-in for the Eagles. And the first substitution for the Eagles now, number 27, Gavin Howard, checking in for number 15, Daniel Shelton. Foul called on the Eagles. Lynch drives the ball in. That'll be claimed by Gunthorpe. Plays it up to Schneider. Schneider battling it out with O'Callahan. Gets the pass off and a good switch over. Miscommunication between the Tornadoes defenders, but cleared out. Tesh headed forward to Lynch, who's on sides. And smartly played out by Ortiz. Sloppy pass, and now Eagles with possession. Being gifted the ball straight back after that. Rossi will claim that. DeSug. Great tackle put in by O'Callahan. Ooh, good positioning and a great ball. Lynch, who's on sides, but linesman will say otherwise. Might need a replay on that one. Lynch looked to have been on sides, just beat the offsides trap, but linesman says otherwise. And you tell us, we'll show you this replay. But at the end of the day, as I always say, the ref is always right, even when he's wrong. Ball comes off the foot of the Eagle, and that'll be Tornadoes throw-in. And that'll allow for 2 substitutions for the Tornadoes. Checking in for the Tornadoes, number 9, Duncan Struick, and number 34, Augustine Aneto, otherwise known as Tino. Ball played out wide, brought down well. And that'll be a throw-in for the Tornadoes. Clipped off of the calf of Clark. "12 minutes remain here in the first half. Tornadoes lead 1-0 against the Eagles. Goal scorer on the ball now, plays it to the feet of Sunhari, unable to get control of that pass. Teton back to Gordon. Gordon out wide to Clark. Clark with the ball played up the line. Now Gordon. Good passing here from the Eagles. Contention for a handball there, but ref doesn't see it. Gordon through the middle. Cut out by Da Silva. Now Schneider receives it back. Gordon. Pataton. Callahan will clear it up the line. Good play by Struick. And De Souza turns, plays it into Dos Santos. Dos Santos out wide to Tesh. Tesh into the feet of Tino. Now Tornadoes looking to mount an attack. And that ball will be just a little too heavy, and that'll go out for a goal kick. Now 3 substitutions for the Tornadoes.
Number 18, Tristan Wallace. Number 26, Marcos Da Silva. And number 31, Miles Schaefer.
Checking in for the Tornadoes, number 18, Tristan Wallace. Number 31, Miles Schaefer. As well as number 26, Marcos Da Silva. Clark. Ball intercepted by Schaefer. Now Wallace. Wallace being pressured and gives it away to Thomas. And now, great save by Rossi. Off the counter by the Eagles. Shot off by Schneider. And a double save there by Rossi. We'll have an injury timeout here. Ball shanked there by Schaefer. That'll be Eagles throw-in. Played in quickly by Clark. Ortiz plays it back to Gordon. Gordon all the way back to McKibben. Switched out to Clark. Ball finds the feet of Clark yet again. Played along the ground. Thomas does well with it, but intercepted by Tino. Now Schaefer. Schaefer plays it up the line. That'll go out for Eagles throw-in. And now checking in for the Eagles, number 13, Mario Lopez.
Entering the match for the Eagles, number 13,
Tackle unsuccessful there. Eagles retain possession. A lot of the Eagles' success seemed to have been on this left side, playing through the fullback. That is Clark. And Clark yet again finds it. Missed touch there. And good turn by Struick. Struick being pressured. And unable to get the cross off before dribbling out of bounds. That'll be a goal kick for the Eagles. Goal kick played short. Gordon plays out to Clark. And now Silva into the feet of Tino. Played out wide to Struick. First time ball intercepted by Clark and played out for a throw-in. Schaefer. Into the feet of Wallace. That'll be a foul called on the Tornadoes, played quickly by the Eagles. Good switch by Schneider. Now Clark. And Dunlap will be first too. And that'll be a goal kick for the Tornadoes. Rossi calls his players up. Looks to play a deep one here off the goal kick. Good turn by De Souza. Looked to have been a reckless tackle put in. Nothing called by the referee. Great tackle put in by Hutriet. Schaefer. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Tornadoes still lead 1-0. Only 5 shots between both teams here in this first half. Tornadoes only with 2. And wow, ball gifted to the Tornadoes here. And Sunhari will claim this ball, let it go out for a throw-in. As I was saying, Tornadoes only with 2 shots, able to convert 1 off of a volley coming from the junior Igor Da Silva. Barbone all the way back to Rossi. And now Tornadoes looking for some time management here. Not in any rush. They don't want to allow any kind of counterattack here in the last minute. Zunhari through the middle to Silva. Silva back to Rossi. Out wide to Hutriet. To the feet of Schaefer. Schaefer turns. Tries to cut inside, is dispossessed. Now Gordon. Flies through 3 defenders. Kept alive by Schaefer. Rossi will choose to clear this one out to the other side, and that'll go out for a throw-in. Only 30 seconds left in the first half. Eagles looking for one last attack. Ball cleared out, only to Clark. 12 seconds left. Flicked on to Clark. Clark whips in a ball. And Barbone will handle that. And that'll do it for your first half. Tornadoes lead 1-0. Stay tuned. In about 15 minutes, we'll be back at you live with some more action of the second half. Again, Tornadoes 1, Eagles 0.
Brevard College Wilderness Leadership and Experiential Education program is the most distinctive in the nation. I think one of the reasons why is because it is so focused on experiential education in addition to the outdoor education component. They are developing their leadership skills out in the field with each other.
My internship was on schooner Lynx. She's a 122-foot topsail schooner. She's a replica of an 1812 privateer. My job on Lynx this summer was a deckhand, and because of the skills that I've learned at Brevard College, such as program planning and lesson planning and different techniques to teaching to different ages and different types of people, I was promoted to the job of educator. This summer, my professor, John Buford, knew that I'd be at sea quite a bit, and he really worked with me. And when I would come into port, I would call him, he would always answer. He was really quick to respond with my emails, and not just to say, I got your email, but he would talk about what was going on and ask me questions. And it was really cool to have somebody like that to support me for the summer and really help me succeed.
You should come to Brevard College in the Wilderness Leadership and Experiential Education program because you will become a leader, a strong, ethical leader. And that can be applied to any field, anywhere you go, whatever you do in your professional career. And it'll be a whole lot of fun as you learn those skills.
Anybody who is interested in leadership skills and outdoor skills should definitely think about Brevard. It's an incredible place and a great place to be a part of.
One of the hardest things that every college student experiences when they first come to college is, what am I going to do with my life? What am I going to study? What am I going to be good at? And here at Brevard, you can take a music class, a wilderness education class, environmental science, English, anything. Unique experiential education. You meet with your professors, you meet with students that you actually see every day. You get to excel in the subject that you chose.
Finding a way to mix my passion for mountain biking, art, and career together really happened during my internship.
You should come to Brevard College because you will become a leader, a strong, ethical leader. And that can be applied to any field, anywhere you go, whatever you do in your professional career.
Here's a recipe for success here. It's great.
got to Brevard College, I didn't know what experiential learning even was. We have all the rivers, Pisgah National Forest, DuPont State Forest, just all the resources are around us. So the location is why environmental studies is so great here.
With experiential learning, it's not always field-based. We do quite a few things in the lab as well, so you get opportunities to do hands-on research in the lab. But whenever possible, when you can get outdoors and see what's actually happening, it's different based on the conditions that are outdoors, and you can never predict those. So a day that it's raining and cold, you're going to see different activity levels among the animals and plants than if it's a day that's sunny and warm. The courses that I teach are all based in the outdoors. My specialty is biodiversity, so I teach a course in biodiversity, but I also teach courses that are unique to the area that are called Plants and Animals of the Southern Appalachians. Here at Brevard College, one of the things that we do really well is interact with these students who are undergraduates in a way that prepares them for graduate programs. That's what we can do at Brevard College. We can get these students who are interested in a particular area, help them find a path that is tying together their interest with what our background, the backgrounds of the professors can do, and then position that student in a way that few undergraduates can be positioned to go on to a graduate program or to go directly into the field.
Welcome back to the action. We are just seconds away from the kickoff here in the second half. Recap of the first. Tornadoes take the lead after 23 minutes, coming by way of Igor da Silva off of a volley. He was able to rocket it into the top right corner. And they're off. Da Silva plays it deep off the kickoff. Ball finds its way back to Da Silva. Headed to Tukov. Tukov back to Desug. Barbon completes the switch to Tesh. Tesh up the line of Lynch. First time played. Cut out. And brought down by Lynch. Tukov switches it over to O'Callahan, who has space down the line. Da Silva. Little 1-2 played in. Da Silva still with it. Plays in the cross to Dos Santos. And now Tukov with the volley and a save. What a save. Incredible reaction there by McKibben. Da Silva saying, you can't do it like me. Tukov with the attempted shot on goal off the volley. But an even better save by McKibben. Dos Santos. That'll be a foul called and a free kick awarded to the Eagles. Now McKibben. Out to Gordon. Gordon through the middle. Dispossessed by Da Silva. Silva brought down by Howard, and that'll be a free kick for the Tornadoes. Barbone stepping up. To be a set piece in the works here for the Tornadoes. O'Callahan drives the ball in. All the way to the back post, but claimed by McKibben. Ball played short. Eagles tend to rarely ever try to play it long. Majority of the times they've played goal kicks. Try to play it out of the back, but Tornadoes all over this one. Good turn by Dos Santos. Still with it. Chooses to play it all the way back to Barbon. And Tornadoes switch the field. Desug unable to get a touch on that ball, and that'll roll out for Eagles throw-in. Switch intercepted by Tesh. Attempted the first time pass, but gifted it right back to Lopez. Barbon stays in front, looking to shield this one out. And he's successful. That'll be a goal kick for the Tornadoes. Ball played short to Barbon. Now Garcia. Garcia to Desug. Tukov. Turns and plays it back to Barbon. Tornadoes looking sharp with their passing. Now Barbone. De Silva. Dispossessed only to Barbone. And now Dos Santos. Tornadoes trying to break the line of the Eagles here. Having trouble. Now Tesh. Tornadoes being patient, however. Now Dos Santos finds the ball. Throw-in awarded for the Tornadoes. Immediately played up the line to Garcia. And looks to be an injury timeout here. Clock will be stopped.
I've taken jumps in my academic career, and I've taken jumps in just socializing and getting out and getting to do things I've never done before.
The thing that brought me to Brevard is the experiential learning. I've always been a hands-on guy.
I love it here at Brevard. Over Christmas break, I was itching to come back because I love the area so much.
Experiential learning here is beyond all of my expectations.
Brevard College, a top choice for students around the world.
All seems to be good. Player in question was Ortiz for the Eagles. Cross played in by Sam O'Callahan. Shot skied over for an Eagles goal kick. Ortiz, the player in question on that injury timeout, but has checked back into the game. Seems to be all good. We love to see it. Dos Santos back to O'Callahan. De Silva to Dos Santos. The Brazilian link up there. Now Garcia. Now Gordon. Lopez begging for the ball on the switch. Pettiton back to Gordon. Long ball. Straight into the feet of Barbone. Now Tesh. Barbone being pressured. Calmly plays it out to Desug. Now De Silva. Back with Barbone. Tesh. And finally a long ball played by Barbone. Taken down by Tukov. Tries to turn. And that'll be a free kick awarded to the Tornadoes. Tesh. Now with Lynch. Lynch unable to turn off of Lopez. Good tackle put in. Little tug there, and that'll be a free kick for the Eagles. Foul conceded by Cauê dos Santos. Tukov chases. And Eagles doing a great job of building out of that pressure. Now Lopez. Lopez chooses a cross, deflected by Tesh. That'll be a corner kick. Sidney Lee whips that in, unable to find an Eagle. Gordon plays it all the way back to McKibben. Ball finds Gordon again. Both teams with good defensive shape here, not allowing any clear chances. Aside from the Tornadoes, who recorded another shot on goal. To be a cramp on the field here. And also a foul. Free kick awarded to the Tornadoes. Tesh. Poked away by Lee. Dos Santos does well to get in front of this. Now Tesh played all the way back to Rossi. Dos Santos with space, turns. Finds Tukov, who's in an offside position. Either way, claimed by McKibben. Now Gordon. And ball won directly back by the Tornadoes. But Eagles with Lopez. Now Lee. Still with Thomas. And still with Thomas. Thomas chooses to get the shot off with the left. Scuffs it. And Rossi with an easy save will take all the time in the world to pick this ball up. Long ball played up into the midfield, met by an Eagle. Ortiz will play this up to Lee. Foul awarded to the Eagles. Ryan Lynch committing the foul. And Clark. Headed in through the middle to Lee. Now some good soccer being played by the Eagles. And a good over-the-top through ball for Tukov, who's claimed offside by the AR. Didn't look like it from my angle. Gordon. Splits two defenders with that pass. But good tackle put in by Da Silva. And now Lynch, who's definitely onside here, but beaten by Ortiz. Da Silva yet again wins an aerial duel in the midfield. A little slip there by Lee. And a great turn by Delahos, who now finds Kim. Kim plays it back to Clark. Clark to Delahos. Little link up into Kim. Kim with the first time cross, able to keep it in. Now Barbon will clear this up to Dos Santos. And now there will be a substitution for the Tornadoes. Looks to be number 11, Francesco Bonametti, checking in. Will be replacing number 20, Luis Dos Santos.
Number 11, Francesco Bonametti.
Lynch tries to go for the back heel. Throw in for the Tornadoes. Garcia to Tesh. Dos Santos flicked over to Lynch. Lynch is fouled here. That'll be another free kick for the Tornadoes. Foul called on Mario Lopez for the Eagles. Good ball played in by Dos Santos. O'Callaghan floats this one up. Kawe tries to get the shot off. Good block, though. Eagles' defensive shape in the final third, choking up the Tornadoes. Not letting any easy chances off. And a surgical pass there. Good transition to defense, though, by the Tornadoes. Now Tesh. Good ball now. And now Ryan Lynch with space to work with. Two in attack. Crossed into Francesco Bonametti, unable to get on the end of that, but keeps it in play. Crosses it in. Clear-cut chance for the Tornadoes there, unable to convert. Long switch played over to O'Callaghan. Takes it down brilliantly and wins his side of corner. Unfortunately, not a lot. The AR says otherwise. 4 substitutions by the Eagles here, changing almost half their lineup.
Who was the sub for us? 14 who came out? 14, yeah.
Poked away by Tukov. Good interception now. Tornadoes are making it very difficult for the Eagles to get out of their own half here. Hard puck. Flicked on by Lynch. Abraham switches it over to Clark. O'Callahan. Now Lopez here on the right wing. Ball collected easily by Barbon. Now Harpak through the middle, Dos Santos. Ball just now Ortiz. Tornadoes leaving the space in the middle wide open, but quickly collapse on it. It's almost like the Tornadoes are inviting the pass in between the two attackers and then just immediately jump on the ball. Lopez. Barbon to Desug. Desug's pass is intercepted. And one directly back by Barbon. Switch play by O'Callahan. And Dos Santos brings it down nicely. Ball finds Dos Santos again. Now Abraham. Clark connects with Abraham yet again. Abraham with the cross. Deflected, and that'll be a corner kick. Abraham chooses to play the corner short into Clark. Ortiz whips one ball in and got it out for a goal kick. And now substitution for the Tornadoes. Number 5, Facundo Sunhari will be replacing number 4, Rodrigo Garcia. Getting some fresh legs in the midfield for the Tornadoes. Barbon with the long ball into Lynch, who's on sides. Bounce just is a little too heavy. And McKibben doing a great job of controlling it his final third. not allowing any long ball to get on the end. Ortiz carrying it through the midfield. Finds Abraham. Clark. And now Sunhari with his first touches on the ball. Completed switch by the Tornadoes into Harpak. Now Lynch drops his defender. Cuts back. Still has it. And a great tackle by Lopez. Gordon through the middle to Schneider. Harpak will claim this ball. Now change of the front three for the Tornadoes. Checking in number 9, Duncan Struck. Number 20, Luis Dos Santos. And number 7, João de Souza. Shelton plays back to Gordon. Clark. And now back with Gordon. 20 minutes remain here in the second half. Score remains 1-0 by way of goal by Igor da Silva in the first half. Ismail. Back with Ortiz. Shelton. Ortiz again. Just the two center backs playing a game of their own right now. Shelton. Now ball played over the top. Immediately won by Barbon. And now Sunhari. Sunhari down the line to Dos Santos. Dos Santos with a left-footed cross. It's too strong. Hits the upright. Top of the upright. Shelton. Now Gordon. Clark flicks on to Abraham. Cleared out by O'Callaghan. Ortiz plays a long ball in. Falls to Thomas. Thomas cuts in. Favors his right foot, unable to get the shot off. And now Clark will send one over. High over the crossbar. That'll be a goal kick. Now Desug. Very risky ball there. And Tornadoes getting away with murder. Until Schneider just takes the ball back. Poor decision making by the Tornadoes, building out of the back there off the goal kick. And that'll immediately result in a corner kick. Corner kick played quickly. Abraham crosses it in. And flicked on and a save by Rossi. Diving save to collect that one. Drop ball. De Souza into the feet of Dos Santos. Overlapping run by De Souza. Tries to play the first time into Struck, but wins the ball right back for his side. And 3 substitutions getting ready for the Tornadoes. Good interception by Harpak. And an even better ball. Now Struck with time and space on the left wing. Chooses a cross. And an important deflection by Gordon there as Dos Santos was looking to get on the end of that one. And that allows substitution for Brevard.
Entering the match for your Tornadoes, number 2, Brady Tesh. Number 12, Lars Houcher. 14. Number 24, Ryan Lynch. 8 and 17.
Cross put in by De Souza. Now Lynch.
So both Struck and Holtrick are from Netherlands? Yeah.
Great defense there by the Eagles. And Barbon. Barbon being so important here for the Tornadoes defense. Winning almost everything in the air. Thomas takes one Tornado, plays in a great ball. Dispossessed by Barbon. And the clock will stop on this one. Free kick awarded for the Eagles. Reckless challenge played in by Dos Santos, and that'll be a yellow card. Clark plays one in. Punched away by Rossi. Corner kick awarded for the Eagles. Looks to be potential head injury on the field. Eagles were contending for a penalty. Schneider, great ball played in. And Gordon trying to get on the end of that. Sails it over the crossbar for a goal kick. Callahan. Houtrit. Tesh. And now Struck. Struck with a good cross and taken out after the cross. Nothing called. That'll be a goal kick. Now checking in for the Eagles, number 2, Oliver Gunthorpe, as well as number 8, Nick Eller. Tesh chooses to clear it out, only to an Eagle. Now Gunthorpe. Great tackle put in by Ismail. And the two brothers will replace each other. Luis Dos Santos making way for his younger brother, Kawe Dos Santos. An immediate. Making an immediate change in the game. Kawe Dos Santos intercepts it, plays it in the feet of Ryan Lynch. Ryan Lynch unable to make anything out of that one. Silva back with Barbone. Houtret. Chested down by D'Souza. And that'll be a free kick for the Tornadoes as Ryan Lynch is fouled. Callahan drives the ball in. And 10 minutes left here in the second half. Score is still Tornadoes 1, Eagles 0. Bit of a stalemate here between the two sides. But Struck trying to make something happen for the Tornadoes. Cuts inside, finds Dos Santos. Dos Santos curls one. Narrowly misses the goal. Just right of the post there. Abraham flicks one on. Intercepted by Houtret. Now De Silva. Rossi will clear this one. Headed down by De Silva. And Lynch does well. Now Rossi always will take his time. Just shaving about 10 seconds off the clock there, waiting to pick that ball up. Tesh. First time pass into Dos Santos. Ortiz. Ball played over the top. Barbone always first two, it seems like, with any attempt from the Eagles. Tesh will just choose to clear that out. Played first time into Lynch, who's on sides. Has one to beat. Chooses to turn in. And is dispossessed. Schneider now. Schneider doing great work with a lot of tornadoes to beat. But De Silva showing great strength, but his pass is intercepted only. Lynch tries to get a toe in, but concedes the foul. Eagles wasting no time, but plays it straight into the feet of O'Callahan. It's understandable the Eagles not working with much time here as they need to get a goal back. With only 6.5 minutes remaining, Tornadoes still lead 1-0. Ortiz up to Gunthorpe. Played out by De Silva. Now Gunthorpe tries to cross it in. Cut out by O'Callahan. O'Callahan now plays a long ball. Headed back, and now McKibben just rolls it to Ortiz. Now Schneider being closed down by De Souza. Eagles throwing. Cleared out by Barbone. Tornadoes will do whatever they can to shave the seconds off the clock. They'll do it here now by the substitution. Number 4, Rodrigo Garcia checking in for number 7, João de Souza. Tornadoes with only 5 minutes remaining here in the second half will probably not be chasing another goal, but they'll just look to manage the clock here. Rossi chooses to play this one long, chested forward by Gordon. Good turn by Sunhari. Now Garcia. Deflected by Abraham. And just cleared away by Houtrit. Clark into Abraham. Back with Clark. Ortiz. Now Eagles committing numbers forward. Schneider. Ortiz. Gunthorpe. Back with Schneider. And being brought down by Sunhari in transition to attack. Could be a yellow card here. But even worse than that for the Tornadoes, a free kick with only 3 minutes left in a dangerous position. Schneider's cross doesn't get airborne, and now a potential counterattack. Gunthorpe will head that out. Doing well to delay the attack for the Tornadoes. And the clock will stop here as Tornadoes will have another 2 substitutions here. Pardon me, 1. Number 34, Augustine Neto. Good work by Schneider. Garcia back with the Neto. Flicks on to Garcia. Tornadoes with the cross back into a Neto. O'Callahan played through the middle. Falls to Da Silva. Da Silva played into a Neto. Flicked on to Lynch. And now Lynch looking for the shot with his left foot. Chooses to play Garcia. And that'll roll out for a goal kick. McKibben wasting no time to get this ball started. Less than 2 minutes here in the second half. And still ball played short to Ortiz. Cleared up. Foul called on the Eagles, and that'll be a free kick for the Tornadoes. Rossi with a deep ball played.
1 minute. 1 minute remaining, second half.
Lynch turns, gets the shot off, and goal off the bottom of the crossbar. Puts the game away for the Tornadoes. A fantastic turn and a fantastic finish from the junior, Ryan Lynch.
Tornadoes goal. Tornadoes goal number 24, Ryan Lynch.
And the goal scorer, number 24, Ryan Lynch, being replaced by number 29, Noah Martin. Good ball played out to Neto. And that looks to be the final attack here for the game for either side. As the clock runs down, your score 2-0.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Your final score from Ives Lamel family.
And that'll do it. Tornadoes securing yet another Ives Lamel Family Field win here at home by way of 2 goals. First coming from Igor Da Silva in the first half. After 23 minutes, Igor Da Silva with a fantastic volley into the top right corner, making it 1-0. And in the final minute, Ryan Lynch with a great strike that went off the bottom of the crossbar, making it 2-0. Final score, Tornadoes 2, Eagles 0. Thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned as we'll be hosting Johnson & Wales next week. And for those still on the stream, we're just going to show you a replay of the second goal here as Ryan Lynch finds the ball, gets a sweet strike on it, and the ball's just got enough dip on it to get off of the bottom of the crossbar and behind the line. And that's how Ryan Lynch was able to do it and keep his scoring streak alive. And that'll do it for this evening's matchup against the Asbury Eagles and the Brevard College Tornadoes. Tornadoes win 2-0. Thank you for stopping by this live stream, and stay tuned for next week as Ives Lamel Family Field will be hosting Johnson Wales University.
Porteiro, Portugal. Go Nados!
Dylan Cox, Milton Keynes, England. Rocco Barbone, Treviso, Italy.
Hayden Miller, Peterborough, New Hampshire.
Lars Hartwig, Arnhem, Holland. Kom op Tornado's.
Brady Tesh, Auburn, Washington. Tom du Sur, Saint-Jean-de-Venance, en France.
Daniel Ribeiro, São Paulo, Brasil.
Omer Chapak, Ramat Gan, Israel.
Kevin Wright, Fort Mill, South Carolina.
Sam O'Callaghan, Wicklow, Ireland. Go Tornadoes!
Agustino Neto, Montevideo, Uruguay. Vamos Tornados!
Luiz dos Santos, de Americana, São Paulo, Brasil.
Carlos de Oliveira, Fortaleza, Brasil. Ryan Lynch, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Matheus Rossi, Vitória, Brasil.
Marcos Silva, Manaus, Brasil. Cauê dos Santos, Americana, Brasil. Vamos Tornadoes!
Nathan Lima, Rio, Brasil.
Francesco Bonometti, Brescia, Italia.
Lucas Ruik, Nederland. Kom Tornadoes!
Dan Morgan, Northumberland, England.
Big McDonald, Focus Going, Tornadoes.
Miles Schaefer, Greenville, South Carolina.
Christian Ramsey, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Noah Martin, Shelby, North Carolina. Let's go Nados!
Rodrigo Garcia, Jundiaí, Brasil.
Tristan Wallace, Newburgh, North Carolina.
Igor da Silva, Americana, São Paulo.
Giuseppe Real, Agudos, Brasil.
João Pedro Ribeiro de Souza, Caçapava, Brasil.
Justin Rivet, Montréal, Canada.
Paul Bienefeld, Mainz, Deutschland. Auf geht's, Tornadoes!
Facundo Sunari, Solimar, Uruguay.
Jesus Alberto Martinez, Hendersonville, North Carolina.
Estevan Berto, Americana, Brasil. Vamos Tornadoes!